Hello, my friends. It's time again for another three albums for the week. and yeah, you still heard this allergic stuff. It's really an annoying thing. But we start with a great band. I think most of you know Deep Purple. And this album is called In Rock. This is their fourth studio release from 1970, but it's the first one with the Mark II band members. And for me, Deep Purple is the Mark II. I don't know why they called Mark II, Mark I, Mark III. There's even a Mark IV, I think. But this is the absolute best version of Deep Purple, with Ian Gillan at vocal and Richie Blackmore guitar, Ian Pace drums, Roger Glover bass, and John Lord at Hammond. This record is fantastic. It's only great songs in it. I have some of them at my to-do list, and it's a scary thing because Ian Pace is not easy to copy. I know a YouTube drummer that are fantastic to play Deep Purple. Go out and check out my dear friend Urhotto 45. He does an amazing version of the Deep Purple song Burn. It's really great. And yeah, so many good songs here. Flight of the Rat, that's one at my to-do list. And here we have the members. So, and I love this cover. It's a really cool album cover. And there's a lot to say about this band, but they're gonna come back and we take little more facts and so on, because as usual, I'm doing this the same day it should be released. So I haven't prepared so much for it, but really, check this Deep Purple album out. It's amazing from the start to the end. Next up, a French singer, Amanda Leur. Hopefully I say this right, Leur. I don't know if you say it like that, but it's the way I'm gonna say it in this episode. She was really a disco queen from the middle of the 70s until the start of 80s. She was born in 1939. And this album, Never Trust a Pretty Face, is her third release. And great album. Here you see, sorry for this, but it happens when you buy collections, and sometimes they write their name at the covers and so on. It's not so usual, thanks God. The good thing is that this album was in mint condition, the record. Really great. But she was the one that take in the intellectual lyrics into the disco songs. And this album is just amazing. It really is. You have a version here of Marlene Dietrich, Lili Marlene. And when I heard it, it's like, wow, they really sound similar. Amanda has a great voice, but a really special voice. But it was a fantastic version of Lili Marlene. You must hear it. And I think the Sphinx here was the lead single from this album. Black Holes is dedicated to the painter Salvador Dali. She was his closest friend and muse for 15 years. She started her career in the middle of the 60s as a fashion model. Not good here with a cigarette. That's dangerous. And 1973, she is the model at Roxy Music's album For Your Pleasure. It's a lot to say of this amazing lady. I know back at the time, I remember it. I was a teenager when they start talking about, was she really a female or was she a man? I don't know why this discussion comes up. Maybe it was something about her voice. It's, like I said, really special. But that's nothing to discuss. She's a woman. And what can I say more about this? Here is something happened when I hear it, because this album is one of the best disco albums I've heard. I have heard it before, but I haven't noticed how good it really is. Again, every song and the sound mix is awesome. And when I listen to it today, in fact, it be very clear for me. You know, when I do this series, sometimes I have think about to let it ending because the views has not been so many and so on. I have talked little about that with close friends. And it's not that you need thousands of views, but when it's little people that watching it, I feel little kind of ridiculous or so. But honestly, today this lady and my listening to her work here, something happened. I start to think, no matter if there are one people that watch, one person, one person that watch this series, because if that person then go to two of his or her friend and say, I checked out an amazing album today, and that's like I do my part to try to don't forget all the great artists that has do great works. Let us never forget them. And I think Amanda Lear was huge at that time, but it feels like today it's not so many that knows who this lady is. You must really check this album out, because I'm a metal guy for sure, but this album is as good in a way that this Purple album is. It's just that the styles is really different, but what an album. I promise you, you're not gonna be disappointed. The last one, here we go, Anthrax. The drummer, Charlie Benante, is a drummer I have admired since their first album, A Fistful of Metal. He is insane. He is so skilled and talented. It's an amazing drummer. This album, For All Kings, was released 2016, and they get together already 2014 and start working with the songs. It's 3 sides. The fourth is just like a picture disc. And I don't know if we can see little. the song's name here. But I must say this one is absolutely a top album from them. I have the same feeling here that 9 of 10 songs or so on is amazing. Really, really. Scott Ian, I think he has wrote most of the lyrics on this, or maybe all lyrics, I'm not sure there. But here we have a better view of the songs. But really, really great album. And Anthrax is one of the bands in the Big Four. And for me, I know back at the day when A Fistful of Diamond comes out and Metallica had their Kill 'Em All, and it's still my favorite Metallica album is Kill 'Em All. But I prefer Anthrax. I thought Anthrax was a so much better band than Metallica. I really love Anthrax. Really, really. So, that is what I have for you today. Yes, I must say that. Remember, I have showing this album and back at the day, and I tell you we're gonna go back to it when I have listened to it. It was a Christmas gift from one of my daughters. We have, I have 2 daughters. I get 2 different albums, and the album The Sign Remains with Blue Oyster Cult we have do in another episode. And like I said about that album, it was so crazy good you can still think it was created in the 70s. And this Anthrax album from my oldest daughter, I'm so happy for it, and it always gonna have a special place in my heart. But without that, it's really, really, really a top album from this great band. Okay, my friends, see you.